Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Black Inferno. I'm here bringing you some Titanfall 2 pre-alpha tech test gameplay, playing game mode Bounty Hunt, and I'm super excited about this game. This video is going to be kind of covering a couple of things that I noticed whilst playing, and just like I said, some bullet points of things that I feel like might need to be improved, or just differences in general, my feelings on the game overall, you know, just kind of a broad blanket of what is Titanfall 2, kind of. Don't know how long I'm going to be talking for, but we'll see how it goes. So, first thing is I'm using the carbine in this gameplay, and it seems to be a bit toned down, so to speak. And now what I mean by toned down is you can't shoot people from all the way across the map. If anybody has played Titanfall 1 and they've come across a good player using the carbine, all of a sudden you'll die and you'll be like, what? And you'll look into the kill cam and you realize there's a dude sitting on top of a building a mile away and he was able to just kill you immediately, pretty much. And it doesn't seem to be like this in the carbine doesn't seem to be like this in this game. Granted, it's a whole new weapon, but it seems to have a bit more kick and it seems to do a little bit less damage. And its range definitely doesn't seem to be as far. So what this tells me is now people need to find ways to get closer to people and to deal that maximum damage potential. And I feel like this is a very good thing for Titanfall 2, as the game seems to have been slowed down exponentially. So with this new weapon, as it seems to apply to all the weapons, it seems to, like I said, incite more tactical gameplay of how do I get close to this player I just saw to better kill him without him turning around and destroying me, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to be a good thing overall with the new weapons and how it seems to be more close quarters combat. Granted, there's only 2 maps and this is just the pre-alpha. Let me start out by saying this. This is the tech test, so things can definitely change in the 2 or 3 months to when the full game is supposed to be released. So all of this you need to take with a grain of salt, because it can change. I guarantee this game is gonna change by the time it comes out. Respawn has been very good with listening to what the community has to say, and I don't feel like they're gonna have people's complaints unanswered. So anyway, so that's what I have to say about the carbine. Another thing that I had saw was that the Ion Titan seems to be very inaccurate, and what I mean by that is the way that the weapon works, his main weapon, the ion cannon or whatever it's called, is it seems extremely inaccurate. And maybe it's just me being a noob, but its method of firing seems very unorthodox and strange. And so what I mean by that is you get your weapon has 2 modes of fire. It's got its primary mode of fire, which is without holding the left trigger or the whatever it is for the PlayStation, and it shoots a steady stream of bullets, quote unquote, because it's energy. But anyway, bullets. We'll use the word bullets. So it shoots a steady stream of bullets, and this has a very wide reticle for what would be an accurate weapon. So and then your next instinct would be to aim in, right? So when you aim in, instead of your reticle tightening and focusing, it spreads out slightly over a horizontal axis and creates what's called a splitter shot, which triples your damage because it's triple the volume of fire, but it doesn't really give it more of an accuracy boost. And I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about that. Obviously, there's only 2 Titans out of the 6 that are going to be available on the full launch, but with a gun like this that seems to resemble the chain gun, which, like I said, maybe it's not supposed to resemble the chain gun. Maybe that's coming in the near future. Excuse me. and that's going to be meant to be kind of the accurate weapon. But the Ion Titan doesn't really, other than its shoulder-mounted laser cannon, doesn't seem to have much of an anti-pilot presence as I thought it would. It's got, like I said, it's got its main gun, which is decent at mid to close range against pilots, and then its laser cannon, which you can hit people at long ranges with. However, it's very difficult against a pilot because the way that it fires. And the way that it fires is, it's going to be hard for me to describe it, but when you pull the trigger, it fires, and it fires a single bolt. Like, so it won't... My impression was that it was kind of over a period of about a second where there would be laser energy, so you could kind of move it around and kind of spread out the damage. But that wasn't the case. It was just an immediate, like I said, bolt of energy, straight energy, and then that was it. So, and then it's got its vortex shield, which blocks damage, and then its tripwires, which you can't really effectively aim against a maneuvering pilot that's all over the place. So that's kind of one of the things one of the complaints I had about that particular Titan. I feel like the Scorch Titan is more meant for other things other than, like I said, pilot fights. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'm just, like I said, maybe I'm just playing him wrong. Getting into the next topic real quick. The grapple it seems very interesting. Now this is the thing that I'm gonna preface by saying I definitely feel as though my opinion on this will hold little weight due to the fact that I haven't played it as much, and I don't believe that I can effectively use the grapple hook as of right now. But what I'm going to say, however, is it doesn't seem like with the grapple hook you get much maneuverability. But like I said, on the other hand, after thinking about the grapple hook and the game in general, it seems as though the grapple hook is meant for more of a complement towards your parkour style rather than an alternative method of transportation. Now what I mean by that is it can help you get closer to enemies, and it can help you get to other places that are higher up when you don't have, say, an extra jump available, like your double jump has already been used or whatnot. But I feel like what it's meant for is for you to you have a steady parkour path going, you have momentum built up, and then say there's like kind of a corner, and you can kind of whip around the corner. I know that they said that, the devs have said that, but I guess I didn't quite realize it until I got my hands on it, and neither will you guys until you get your hands on it. So I feel like once I start to use it better, or get to know it more, then I will be better equipped to give my opinion on it. However, in this next game session that I'm about to, when I'm about to go play right after this video, is I'm planning on trying to play with Stim. That was my go-to ability in the first Titanfall, and I really enjoyed using Stim. And it seems like in this game it's going to be really powerful due to its it seems increased movement bonus. But we'll see how it goes. It could have a long recharge time, which diminishes the effectiveness of the ability, but we'll see. So anyway, there's that. Now, another thing, as you just saw on the screen, was the battery. I kind of wanted to talk about the dynamics of this gun, this new form of, I don't even know what you would call it, just gameplay, I would say. So the battery is on every single Titan. Now, to get the battery, what you do is you jump on an enemy Titan, you rip out its battery, you throw in a grenade, and immediately upon jumping off, the grenade detonates and does damage. So, to me, I didn't quite understand the grenade effect, or not the grenade effect, but the grenade damage timing. So, basically, like I said, once you jump off your Titan, or jump off that Titan, the grenade has detonated and will have done damage. Like I said, I didn't quite understand that, but now I do. So, anyways, you rip off the battery, you jump off, and you have your battery on your back now. So you have the battery. Now what can you do with this battery? Well, if, say, you chuck your grenade in, rip off the battery, and you jump off, and you got your Titan. If you drop in your Titan, and you slide up underneath, or not, whatever, you get in your Titan, excuse me, you will now have a shield. Now in Titanfall 1, every Titan came with a shield, and the shield would regenerate after a certain amount of time. In this game, however, it is not like that. There is no shield. It is just straight health, unless, like I said, you get a battery for your Titan, or for another Titan, which I'll go into in a little bit. So you now have a shield, and once that shield is diminished, then you no longer have that shield unless you get another battery. So the shield does not regenerate or anything like that. It's just a one-time thing if you've gotten a battery. Now, you can, if you kill a pilot that has a battery, or one of your teammates dies with a battery, the battery will be on the ground and is indicated on your minimap where they will be at. So if you get out of your Titan and pick it up, you can get back into your Titan, and like I said, the same effect will happen. Or what you can do with that battery is, if there is a friendly Titan and you rodeo that Titan, you will plug it into his Titan, and then he will get that shield. And if he has any damage that's taken off of his health, he'll regain a small portion of that. So that's how you use the battery. I didn't quite understand that in the trailer, but after, like I said, playing, I've got to know how to use that, and it seems very interesting and something that I'd like to use in the future. However, with that being said, one of my greatest complaints with the game thus far, and let me tell you, there's basically none with it being the alpha and all, but is that there's no shields for the Titans. Now, I really want to kind of get in depth on this because this is something I feel very strongly about. But in Titanfall 1, I primarily played Last Titan Standing, which was a game mode where it was all Titans and the Titans had to kill each other until there was one left, or one team was composed of more Titans than the other. So, as a Titan in Titanfall 1, with the rechargeable shields, it encouraged more tactical gameplay, because what would happen is you would get shot, you would lose your shields, and you would start taking damage away from, or you would start taking damage into your health pool, which wasn't good. So you would find a cover, wait for your shields to recharge, and then you could go out and fight again. In this game, however, there is no incentive for you to try to find cover. It seems to be more of just get out there and do as much damage before you can die. Granted, you don't want to take as much damage, so you don't want to be kind of out in the open, but it's just doesn't seem quite the same. And like I said, you have the shield when you get a battery, but it's definitely not the same. You just think of that as extra health, So that is kind of frustrating. And I wish it was something that could be changed. I feel like it's something that will be changed. I've already seen several tweets regarding the shields on Titans, and that they wish that it would be rechargeable. Someone had mentioned that it would be cool if they could, you could have rechargeable shields until your own battery got taken, and then you'd either have to find another battery or kill the pilot that stole your battery and get it back up into your Titan. So I thought that was kind of an interesting compromise, but I feel like just overall rechargeable shields is something that this game would need, because the pilots, or the Titans, don't, as of right now, don't seem to have much of an impact in combat as they did in Titanfall 1. So that's kind of my quarrel with the shields. We'll see how it goes. Like I said previously near the start of the video, it could just me playing this game wrong. That could be all it comes down to. So another thing is you can't see the health bar of an enemy Titan the same as you could in Titanfall 1. Now let me explain. Again, in Titanfall 1, when you saw an enemy Titan, their bar of health would appear on their bar of health, and their shields would appear on your HUD as a widget, quote unquote, on your HUD. So it was on there along as your own health bar and your weapons, your ammo, and all of that. It was a part of your HUD. Whereas in this game, it's above the enemy Titan and can be visually impaired due to smoke and explosions and flames. And there was one specific time that really annoyed me, was when I was going up against a Titan, and I am used to, obviously, the Titanfall 1 game and how Titans take damage in that. So I know for a fact that if I shoot someone with if I shoot an Atlas Titan with a 40 millimeter cannon, it'll take 3 shots to get his shields down, and then if I can get about 3 or 4 crits on that Titan, and he will die. However, in this game, there's completely new weapons, it's a completely new game. Not a completely new game, but you know what I'm saying. It's a different game. So it's difficult for me to tell how the battle is going, if it's going in my favor, if it's going in his favor. So what happened in this encounter was I was up against an enemy Titan, and he was at what I thought was a considerably low amount of health. So I began to punch him, and I punch him over and over. And this is a method in Titanfall 1 that is unfortunately used often. You'll find someone that comes up to you and just begins to just punch you repeatedly, because it's unfortunately an effective way to kill a Titan, really. So I just begin to punch this guy, and I'm hoping that I'm going to get the execution animation, and I'm just punching, watching my health bar slowly go down as he's just obliterating me. And all the while I can't see his health bar at all, because friendly pilots and Titans are shooting, and it's just a mess. So what I do is, like I said, I just keep punching, and then eventually I'm dead. So, and then the Titan is still running around, and he's got obviously less health than when he started with, but I wish that it was integrated into your HUD, so you could clearly see it, and that way you didn't get as confused. So this wraps up the video, guys. As you can see, it's the end of the game. I did pretty well. I hope you guys stay tuned for more. I'm going to be recording some more gameplay, and I'm going to be posting it steadily over the next couple of weeks, more than likely. It's more than likely just going to be raw gameplay. It's not going to be much of me talking. I've kind of said, I think, everything that I want to say. There might be a couple videos in of me giving you kind of an updated thought on how this game is, or if there's updates to the alpha test, and I'll let you guys know what's new. But subscribe for more, and hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter account will be in the description below. It is @BlackInferno, spelled exactly how my gamer tag is spelled. And there I'll be posting when videos are going up and just kind of general stuff. And we'll talk to you guys later.